Hey everybody, it's Alan here with Superclear Epoxy. Today we're going to be pouring our white marble countertop epoxy kit. So the colors that come with our kit are our white and black super colors. We've also got Samurai Black from Eye Candy Pigments. Also from Eye Candy Pigments is Icicle and Daigi. I've already got some A side in here. I'm going to go ahead and pour some B side in. So remember, 2-to-1 by volume. And we're going to mix it up and then we're going to go ahead and get started. What I'm going to do today is I'm not doing a dirty pour. I'm going to do it freehand. I've already got those in there. Let's go ahead and mix this up. All right, so we're done mixing our A and B of the countertop epoxy. This is a white marble countertop. So you're going to need a lot more of the white color than you are any of the other colors. All the other colors are there to accentuate, to complement the white and create that natural marble look. Today we're gonna do it freehand. It's gonna be really interesting. You can do this any way. There's no wrong way. You're not gonna do this and then say like, oh crap, this isn't the way I wanted it. You can continue to work it for quite a bit of time. I mean, this has anywhere from 60 to 80 minutes depending upon your temperature. Right now we're at about 72, 73 in the studio. These lights kind of create a little bit more heat, so it could be like 74 technically, but you've got, so we'll probably have about like an hour, hour and 10 minutes of working time. You can get 80, 90 minutes of working time out of this if you're at like 68, 69 degrees, no problem. So, okay, so I've got these mixed together. The majority is gonna be white, obviously, because it's a white marble countertop. So I'm just gonna pour a little bit in each one of these, right? Just a little bit. I don't wanna go too crazy because I wanna keep a lot more of the base color of the kit than all the other colors. So let's start mixing these colors up. Also, don't worry about over pigmenting this at all. Here's the thing about it is you don't want to be able to see whatever you've got underneath, so you're gonna wanna over pigment it so it's got great hide. So we're gonna go in with the Samurai Black. Let's go in with Icicle. Icicle you're definitely gonna wanna get a lot in. It doesn't have a whole lot of actual colorant in it. It does have some, but it's mostly glitter. So definitely put a lot in there. And what I kinda like to do with this, because it doesn't have much in there, is add some of our Super Colors white in there as a color backing. Just a little bit. And this will help with the hide. And Daigi, it's another white. This is gonna give you a lot more depth. So I realized I have one more cup than I actually needed, so I'm gonna pour that back in. Trying to get this done, lickety split, and I miscounted. I'm only half Asian, so cut me some slack. We're gonna go in with the black. Super Colors Black. Going with a lot of that. There we go. And let's go ahead and mix these up. See where we're at. You know what I think? I think I'm gonna have more Daigi and more Icicle. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna pour a little bit more in here, right? Boom, a little more in here. And I'm gonna add some more into it. A little for you, a little for the Icicle backing. Then we're gonna go ahead and put some in here because this will all be white. Don't worry about over pigmenting. I mean, 8% by volume, 8 to 10% by volume is pretty tough to get to. So far it's been real easy. We're just mixing these colors together, that's it. We're judging how much to mix up based on how we want it to appear. If you guys have any questions at all, reach out to us directly, either at 888-849-0588, which is our toll-free line, or you can reach out via email or DMs, but email is gonna be superclear@fgci.com. And we're all here, ready to help you guys. Don't worry about it. If you have specific questions and you didn't see the answers covered here or those questions covered here, then feel free to reach out. We're always here for you. So now that we have all these mixed up, what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna take this out, right? Put that to the side, and I am just going to, I'm gonna go lengthwise, right? So super easy. Right, I'm gonna keep some in reserve, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through and I'm just gonna rub it down. That's it.
That's what she said.
And this is kind of fun, you know, you're just playing around with epoxy, and there's no real process here other than mixing it up and getting it on. After that, it all comes down to you, what you want to do with it. All right, if you need a little more, don't be afraid to pour it out. This is your base, so don't be afraid to put a little bit more on there. And the great thing is this: if you realize you don't have enough, you can always mix up a little bit more. So, we got that. I'm gonna put a little bit more in here. And you're just gonna wanna come in. You wanna figure, are you gonna do it in a diagonal or are you gonna go lengthwise? I'm gonna go a little bit of both, right? See, I don't even have a plan. I'm just kind of putting things here, putting things there. But you definitely want to build up from your lights to darks, or if you're doing like a black marble, darks to lights, right? You don't want to, you want to pour it all out. You can pull a little bit into other areas. And you might freak out, you might look at it and be like, oh my God, what am I doing? It's all right. Super duper easy, and you can't go wrong, right? You might be looking at this and thinking like, oh man, I messed up. But the cool thing is, while I'm adding these darks in, right? I'm building this up. I'm building it up layer by layer. So at first it was the white, but the icicle's got like a nice little sparkle to it. I'm just gonna make it look a little bit more natural. That's the great thing. I mean, if you're like, oh, my lines aren't straight, that's fine. There's never a perfect line. Mother Nature never has a perfect line, ever. I'm gonna add some isopropyl alcohol to it. Get that thing excited so that when we put it down, it's gonna start selling later. And these are the little things that you can do. You can just do them however you feel. Not a big deal at all. So, add a little bit more of this white, because this is white marble, so I wanna make it white. And then we'll put a little bit up in this corner. Right? And they kind of show a little bit of the darkness underneath it, which is really cool. So I'm going to take advantage of that. Then maybe I'll drag it through like that, right? And if you like it, stop. If you get to a point where you like it, stop. Because you can, there is one thing you can do. You can keep working at it until it's all one color, and you don't want to do that. So definitely know when to stop, and that's really the only rule. I'm going to come with the rest of this icicle. And then you just want to make sure that on the sides here, the drip, you've got, that you've broken the surface tension. That's it. This took me 10 minutes. 10 minutes to do this. So I'm gonna go over with our heat gun, and then I'm gonna put some isopropyl on it. Here's the thing. Don't do it in reverse. Don't do that in reverse. Make sure that if you're going to use a heat gun or a heat source, and you're gonna be using isopropyl alcohol or denatured or whatever, don't use the isopropyl or the denatured or the solvent of any kind before you're using a heat source. You're gonna catch it on fire. So, and I've done that. So be careful. It's very, very unsafe. So we're gonna pop these bubbles. Now we're not moving this around. We're not doing that at all. We just wanna pop these bubbles. We're gonna let it do its own thing. So, isopropyl. We're not gonna be atomizing it a lot. Whoop. We're not gonna be atomizing it a lot like this. We're not gonna do this. We want drips. We want more drips than anything. So we're just gonna I'm not gonna do a whole lot because I don't want to disrupt the design too much. Once this solvent flashes off, all of that will self-level again. Now what I can do, though, is maybe I drag a little bit of this Dyga through it, right? Maybe that's what I'm gonna do. Now it's all just about letting it do its thing. Really, that's it. That's literally it. See how it's all starting to flatten back out again? But that's the dimension I'm talking about. That's how these colors are gonna complement each other. Now you can add more Dyga, you can have less white, you can add more sparkle from the from Icicle. This is how easy it is to work with our epoxy marble color kits. So check it out. You can find it on Amazon, or you can find it at our website. Either go to superclearepoxy.com or superclear.com or superepoxysystems.com. Pick one up today.